Priscilla and Ann and Riley. Welcome back. Haven't seen you in a while. Gail, welcome, all of you. Yeah, forgive me. I love these lives. I ponder them all week. How can I help? And then this morning, like some stomach flu's going through the house, and we're all like, just herbal tea, please. So I'm not 100%, but I'm here and I'm glad I made it. Um, oh, Amy's in Montana. How's the weather, hon? Cold. I don't know about you guys, but we are cold and dreary and striving not to be depressed. Um, Chilly and wet. Yes. See, Amy. Oh, we caved, and here's what we did to deal with some of the winter blues the last week or two, because we all feel very trapped in the house, and because my husband and I both work from home and the kids are homeschooled, and we've dropped some of our co-op stuff going on, and so we're feeling a little isolated. And so my son and I decided we needed another VR so that we could play games together. So he got on Facebook Marketplace, and you would be surprised how many students right now are selling their Christmas presents for half price. So we bought ourselves another VR at like a killer deal, and now we're like playing with each other in the house, and that's how we're dealing with the February depression. So anyway, if you're looking for some fun toys, guys, Facebook Marketplace right now, if you're near a college town, those college kids are selling those expensive Christmas presents for a fraction of the price to pay for tuition. Not that I want to take advantage of them, but we are. So, Amanda, good. Just got my puppy back from the vet Sunday night. My father-in-law hit her and broke her hind leg, and she had amputated. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Yike. That's a big deal. Our snow's melted and the sun is shining in Pennsylvania. According to whatever that says, Vail Springs, it's on, the Puxatawny. Is that how you say that? Good to hear that spring is on its way, because yeah, Amanda, I hope that dog gets better. That breaks my heart. I'm sorry. I'm a dog lover. Sunny in North Texas. Peggy, rub it in, honey. Just rub it in. Oh, so glad to have you guys here today. So, a couple of things. I learned something really cool today. Did anybody here listen to Simon Sinek? I don't know if that's how you say it. Sinek, I think. Simon Sinek is one of my favorite public speakers. Love his TED Talks. Love his stuff is just so good. I want to be him one day. But I heard a quote from him today that has like really made me think. So I thought, I got to share this, and I want to know what you guys think about this. So Simon Sinek said, as I'm fixing my bra, don't mind me adjusting in front of my friends here. Simon said that a person when in trauma needs 8 minutes with someone they trust for their therapy to feel better, that they just need to unload. And it's 8 minutes is all they need. And so, and he said, so what they have in their little close-knit group is, he says, we have a code word in our group that says that all you have to do is send a text message that says, hey, do you have 8 minutes? Which means I'm about to break down and cry. It means I'm going through something serious and I just need somebody to listen to me for 8 minutes. And I loved it. Something just clicked in me, because I think as moms, we're with our kids all day long. And sometimes you have days where it feels like everybody's breaking down. We've had a few of those, and it's breakdown after breakdown after breakdown. But if you think about it in an 8 minute increment, your kids just need you to sit and look at them and listen for 8 minutes, and then they'll feel better. Maybe we need to give our teenagers the same idea and just say, hey, I need, if you say, hey, mom, I need 8 minutes. You're telling me you need my full attention. Life is not okay right now. Like that puts I need to shove the world away and sit and listen to you without you saying, mom, I need to talk to you. The words that are harder for teenagers to tell us mothers. And so my husband and I have been talking about it today. I'm like, that just totally changed how I see so much. If we can go to each other and be like, honey, I need 8 minutes. You are literally communicating, I'm about to lose it. Or I just need somebody to listen. I need you to shut up and listen for 8 minutes. So anyway, I loved it. So that's my thing today is, who do you go to for your 8 minutes? we have a friend, we have a spouse, maybe we have a sister, maybe we have a sibling, whatever. Um, who's your 8-minute person? And who are you the 8-minute person to? Who could you be an 8-minute person to? So we're gonna have a little family chat tonight. We're gonna talk about our 8 minutes so that our kids can come to us and go, Mom, I need 8 minutes. And it's the key word. That means pay attention to me. That means I need you to drop what you're doing. This is a big deal to me. So that's our little intro story for this morning. Who's your 8-minute people and who comes to you for your 8 minutes? And can you, two of my sisters, absolutely. And can you set up that passcode for your children so that they know, even to go to each other or to either one of you or a dad or whatever, I need my 8 minutes. So that's our little thing for today. Okay. Here to answer any questions and help. I've had a lot of questions this week on exactly what schedules look like. I've been helping a lot of moms personally with homeschool schedules. And when I say that, I mean like what they have assigned for their children to do during the day. Some of these schedules have been so overwhelming. So what I'm finding is a lot of parents are coming to me and saying, help, my child's fighting me on their education, or they're really struggling. And I've started to ask, show me what's their expectations in the day. Because what I'm discovering is that we as parents have these really high expectations of what should be completed in a day, and we're burning out our kids. I actually did this week to my own kids. So this week, we had breakdown week. And the kids weren't getting their stuff done. And I was like, guys, what the heck? And it turns out that I was over scheduling and I was over planning. And I didn't realize it until they kind of talked to me about, it's such a list, Mom, to get done so I can be free. So I was like, oh, oops, I'm breaking my own rules. So we sat down, we got out our job chart, and we took the chart. And instead of being like, okay, you're going to get these 6 things done Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, even Thursday sometimes, we broke it up and said, okay, let's take the list in half. Let's just do these 3 things Mondays and Wednesdays, and these 3 things Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then Friday we'll catch up or take the day off if it's done. And they were the ones that helped me decide it. And then we wrote out their job in the house so they know what to expect. So they're not waiting around for Mom to be like, today this needs done. They have their expectations written down now. And they both went, okay, Mom, this I can do. And they immediately got to work. So I was like, oh, oops. So a couple ideas for you. And remember, you guys, as I'm talking here, please put your questions in the chat. I am here to answer questions. That's really what I'm here for. So I literally will just chat away until you guys interrupt me and give me something else to talk about. But so if you are struggling with, okay. Oh, I like that question. Okay, I'll get right back to that. So if you are struggling with your children, maybe fighting you on homework, maybe look at what they're doing. The couple of things we have worked on this week is, number one, combining topics. I forgot to show my kids. My husband bought a new book of scripture for them, which is like a read, write, study scripture on your own, and it's a book. And he's like, hey, how do you feel about me adding this into their homework? I'm like, cool. Well, what I forgot to do is use that for their reading and writing. So now they had reading, writing, and this reading, writing book. And the two of us were adding on things without really talking to each other. And I had to sit down with the kids and go, okay, guys, your reading and writing book is the new book Dad gave you. That now replaces what we were doing before. And they're like, So their history, I do their history right now through Type C. While they're typing every other day, they're typing history and government, and they're learning it as they go. Their science is on Generation Genius, which is inside the group. And they're watching those videos and they're loving them. But I'm trying to show them how can we start combining a lot of our subjects so it takes even less time, but they're still learning. So those are a couple of things we're working on. And there was a comment from Instagram that said, you got to be careful who you give those 8 minutes to because they could be really draining. Amen. Make sure, I'm a big fan of boundaries. I have had to cut off family members because they could not respect boundaries. I'm a big fan of making sure you have your boundaries, especially as a homeschool mom, like extra because you're homeschool mom, because your children need you more. You're around more. They have less people to rely on, only you. And so you have to make sure that your boundaries are set. Don't be afraid to stand up for those boundaries, especially when your children are the ones who pay the price. So, amen to that. Thank you for that. Peggy says, we've been so lax on schedule and expectations. So now he absolutely fights everything. But now I really need him to start making real progress. 11 years old, very behind, and need to get some set for teenage years and middle school. So, Peggy, let me give you a little bit of piece on that. I'm having the same issue with my youngest right now. He's 11, and we've been really lax as well. We kind of went through a phase of lax, and we're having to kind of crack the whip a little bit again. And that's exactly what we've been working on. So what I did is it's okay to start again small. You don't have to like hit them with 10 subjects. You can just go, you know what, let's just get math done today and just get them back in the habit of doing math either every day, every other day. Like, let's just do one subject today and do that for a few months. Then add in something else and do that, the 2 for a little bit. You don't have to like hit them with 5 subjects. Get back into it. Hit them with 1, hit them with 2. Even I know some women who have successfully homeschooled doing math on Monday, writing on Tuesday, science on Wednesday, and that's all they've done. And they've done beautifully. Their kids have done great. So don't think of it as, I mean, that popping them back into the schedule is kind of jarring to everybody. So maybe think about just doing one subject and for a week or 2, and then add in a second subject for a week or 2, or whatever that time frame works for you and your family. Hope that helps. I'm constantly reminding my son that the lesson on study.com is an 8-minute video, and taking the quiz should not take that long. In a regular classroom, you would have to sit there for 40 minutes. Yeah. There will always be some fight. Is he in the virtual village? Is he motivated by the Minecraft group? That is one thing that has really helped my 11-year-old. He's like, well, I can't play Minecraft with my friends in the virtual village until that's done. So that has been helping my son a little bit. Peggy says, oh, you have ADHD, dyslexia, dysgraphia. I work outside the home. So is he trying to do the homework by himself at home, Peggy? Or is he alone at home during the day while he's trying to get his homework done? Or are you working outside the home? Like, how does that work? Heather says, I have the 2-minute rule when my friends just want to vent. Went from 5 to 7 people calling to maybe 1 to 2. Am I one of those? Probably. Lori says, I'm constantly reminding my son that the lesson is, oh, that was the one I just read. Okay. I know. It's like, give me a break. And that's when I have to say, you know, I'm okay with cutting off a few things. Like, it's not always about just doing what's fun. Sometimes it's like, look, and I've had to do this with a couple of my boys specifically. Look, you don't get it done, you're not having dinner till it is. Like, I've had to do that on a couple things, and they'd be like, you would take my food. No, I'm not going to take it, but dinner will be sitting there and you're not touching it till your blah, blah, blah is done. I have had to do that. And it only took maybe once before they were like, oh my gosh, Mom will withhold food. Well, not for the rest of their lives, but sometimes you just have to pull the big guns out, you know? Same here, says Amanda. Sometimes he will not, wants me with him. He is home some days. Food is very, very motivating. I'm telling you, boys and bacon, guys, boys and bacon. I have never had a problem. When I use food as my motivator, I can get anything done from those boys. Yeah. Sometimes my girls too. So he will not. Wants to be with him. He is home some days. So Peggy, question on this, because I'm kind of reading into what I'm not seeing, and I want to just clarify. He is at home alone when you're working, or he is home some days. So I'm not sure. Help me understand. You can pop on and talk, you know, Peggy, if you're up to it. You don't have to, but if you want to, you can just talk. Heather, I can't hear. Can you hear her? Hold on, Peggy. You're not coming through. Do you want to go on? There you go.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Hi. Yeah, I work outside the home 4 or 5 days, and sometimes my husband and I, our schedules kind of go back and forth. So sometimes he's here just with Dad. He doesn't like doing any of his work without me right next to him, which is a problem. I need him to do more on his own, especially learning I'm trying to get him more with the assessments, not the assessment, the like speech to text and read to me programs and things like that for the dyslexia and stuff.
Okay.
And so he just doesn't want to do anything on his own, but he can play Roblox for 12 hours with no problem. But to go on the program and do a lesson is like, I can't do it by myself.
Right. It's simply desire. Would you
Yes.
agree with that? Is it is like so question, when he's doing his homework, does he have a laptop like a Chromebook, something that can move around?
Yes.
Can he do, if he's on a Chromebook while you're cooking dinner, for example, is that with you there or does that not count?
We're working on that. We just did a little bit. I'm like, okay, go sit down and do the thing. Just I'm here, I'm doing something, you're doing that, I can hear you. So we're kind of working towards that.
Okay. And say, because that age, my son's the same way, and I have my computer right here that I'm on right now. His computer is literally right next to mine. So I'm working, he's working. I can see him, he can see me, and we talk while we work. And he will work and do his homework when I'm at the computer. I have found when my kids were little, my other children, I would have them bring their homework wherever I was. Follow me around. If I've got a load of laundry to
Right.
fold, you're going to sit next to me and work. And will he work
Yeah.
that? Okay.
Yes. Yes.
That
He
doesn't
will
always
work
work
that
because
way.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, he will work that way. And I'll give him the option on what room do you want to do it in? Do you want to do on the patio? We used to do a lot of work on the trampoline, but we don't have that anymore. So he likes that option to where do you want to do it? My bed, your bed, the kitchen, the living room, you know.
So he just loves to be near you.
Yes.
Right. Which is awesome and exhausting at the same time. Mine's right here. Right. So what about, okay, ladies, everybody who's listening here, pop your ideas in here. Let's all help Peggy out. Let's all give some ideas. We've all had 11-year-olds, boys specifically. Peggy, is he in the virtual village?
He is, but I think I need to expand the program because I guess I only have the I'm on the $25 plan.
Okay, that's the homeschool village.
Okay.
I mean, that's the virtual village. So the reason I ask is because what I think, well, I don't know what curriculum are you using for his homework?
My Academy, which is, I think it's too basic right now, but I need him to have more of the foundations. My goal is to get him to 7th grade level by August. And whether we stay homeschool or he go to school, whatever, that's pretty much my goal. And like he has a lot of knowledge. He just doesn't have all the basic skills, like writing a paragraph and writing a whole story and test taking. We don't do that, things like that. So
Okay. So Heather says, here's one option that Heather has. I was actually going to go a separate way with this. So this is why it's good to have us both on here because we both do it so differently. Neither's wrong. Neither, she says, set a timer per subject. My son did better with a challenge and also knowing when he would be done. This also helped him focus on the work and not worry about being with me. I found the opposite for my kid. He was like, you're not timing me. I got an attitude from mine. So I've seen this timer idea work for quite a few kids, depending on their personality. Mine were a little different, especially so dyslexia and ADHD. Okay, half of my children are dyslexic with ADHD. Writing a paragraph didn't even come to them till they were like 14 or 15 to my ADHD kids. Like writing, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I'm failing my children. They're going to fail in life. They can't do this. And what happened is somewhere between 14 and 16, they all of a sudden were bored. This desire came into them. And all of a sudden they wanted to write and read, and grammar came easy and spelling came easily. And now they're great writers, but it was because they desired it. So here's a couple questions for him. I'm guessing, this is just guesswork. You tell me yay or nay on this. He's mechanically minded and he prefers math to reading and writing.
He is mechanically minded. He likes to do things physically.
Okay, building with his hands.
Math concepts like geography, geometry and shapes and things like that. Those come to sit down and do math, the basics. It like escapes him, but he can pop up with the answer to questions like out of the blue. Mental math he can do if he's not
forced to write.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is how I am. Okay. And I have children like this. Our brains work faster than our hands can keep up with when it comes to writing. And so we get frustrated. And I get that I can see the numbers. I can see the movement of the numbers. But if you make me sit down and write it, now I hate math. But I love numbers. I love the knowledge of numbers. So what do you do with this, right? How do you help with this? Well, one of my favorite new math programs has been the Generation Genius, because now it's part of Homeschool Pro, which you can upgrade for, but you can get it on your own if you want, just the Generation Genius. And they have the science and math, and they have the math, and they have videos that physically describe how the numbers work together, so that when you go to write it down, you're seeing the pictures in your head. I've seen my son do really well with that. Starfall.com works until they're in 5th grade. So if they're a little behind in math, they're getting pictures. They're doing games with the numbers, and it helps with that visual that they need instead of just a written number. What are some of the other programs we have? Help me out here.
We have, I call it Penguin Math. I don't know if that's the right name for it.
Penguin Math. I don't know Penguin Math.
ST Math. I don't know. It's ST Math. I call it Penguin. It's got this little penguin. But it's very repetitive. It's very visual and picture and color and blah, blah, blah. It's just repetitive. Same thing over and over. And he gets very tired of it. And
so he's frustrated with... So no challenge in math.
Right. Manipulatives, he just starts to play with them, and he's building guns, and he's, building cars, and, it goes off in a whole different level. And, whether it's blocks or Legos or Lego men or cars, he just goes into a different direction. I'm like, okay, but how many cars do you have? Well, how many red ones or how many blue ones? I don't care. How many cars do you have? It's just... So I'm like, just give me the answer.
He's really frustrated. Well, okay. How?
But he does do well with, like, if I time him to see how fast he can do it, he loves that. If I give him a time limit of, like, you have 10 minutes to do this, he freaks out. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah. So Heather said set a timer. It worked for her son to do. And then she says, my son was the same in math. I would have him do every odd number question one day on the worksheet and then the even the next. He felt he was getting away with doing half the work. It's all about who can manipulate most. Yeah. I tell you, homeschool moms have to be really creative because of the constant mind games we're playing with our children. Who can win?
Yeah.
So I do love manipulatives. Remember, Legos are manipulatives.
Yeah.
Remember that, right? Like, what is his payoff? What's his reward when he's done with his homework? What does he want to be rewarded with? Like, if he gets to play Roblox whenever he wants, there's no reward. If he gets to play Legos whenever he wants, there's no reward. Do you have any kind of a system where it's like, When these are done, then you can this.
Well, that's what we're working on.
And divide that.
Yeah. One is
Okay.
playing on his own or going outside, taking a walk, or television. But a lot of it, he has free time where he's home by himself for a couple of hours, and so he just gets to do whatever he wants. So it's yeah, the payoff and reward system is not working at all. We need to bring that tighter.
That's hard. It's I have to agree with you. That's a very hard part. And I find that when I'm really strict on that, like those, like I have to like turn off, if I have to turn off the electricity and I'm the only one that knows where to turn it on, not the electricity, but like the video games or whatever. And I'll say, I will turn this on for you. You have to ask permission. And then I'll tell them, like, they're like, hey mom, can I play video games? And I'll say, are your stuff done? And if they say no, I say, if you say no, I say no. If you say yes, I get to say yes. So my answer depends on your answer. Tell me what my answer is going to be. Let them put it up back on their shoulders. This is your job. I'm not the bad guy here. I am not the umpire. If you say yes, my homework's done and I can see it done, you get a yes on the may I play video games. And if you give me a no, the answer's no until you can give me a yes. And they'll whine and they'll lay around and they'll throw fits. And you want to give in so bad because they're driving you so crazy. But if you can hold out just a couple of days on that crap, you will find that they will, once they realize you're serious, they're like, mom means what she says. And then you'll start to see him do that.
Yeah. Okay.
During school time, I have parental controls set. There's one way to do it. Because, for 2 hours while he's alone, I get it. Like, let him watch. There's Living Scripture. Living Scripture is an app. Like, you could put it on your Apple TV, your Roku, whatever you have. And if you say, yeah, you can watch TV while I'm gone, only on this app, and you only give them access to that app, which is all educational, it's all religious, it's all family stories, it's really good. And then you're like, yeah, watch all you want from that. Or you can watch all the videos you want on Generation Genius. You can do all the video games you want if you're on the virtual village with Minecraft Kids, where I know there's a mom on the other end of there listening, right? Mm-hmm. So those boundaries are hard. Question from somebody: how many subjects are you trying to get him to do each day? Maybe changing things up so it helped too.
We're trying to get 5, or maybe getting 2 or 3.
So is 2 or 3 bad? If you did 2 or 3 on Monday and a different 2 or 3 on Tuesday, right? If you do 2 or 3 Monday, Wednesday, and a different 2 or 3 Tuesday, Thursday, would he be able to get through this so that he feels better?
Well, because he thinks that he can do like 10, 20 minutes of work and be done for the whole day.
Okay, so if he gets the concept, so sometimes my kids, I'm here's the reason I'm kind of anti a timer, because my kids, I figure if they get it, they move on. You get it in 5 minutes, cool, you're done for the day, move on. You want to get this done fast, awesome, you're done. If you want to take all day to get this worksheet done, that's your problem. So don't go by time, because you don't know how long it will take him to pick up a concept. If he picks it up quick, he is now rewarded for picking it up quick by playing sooner. But if he has to sit there for 30 minutes either way, why? Like, then I'm going to sit here for 30 minutes. And the last 5, I'm going to get the work done. And I'm going to fight, and I'm going to whine. And so give him the assignment. And when it's done, it's done. And if it only takes 20, you know what? I find if it only took 20 minutes and my kids are getting done in 20 minutes, I realize I need to up the ante a little bit. This is too easy. Let's move up a topic or a subject. Let's go to 5th grade level instead of 4th grade level. Let's challenge you a little more. If he's getting the concepts like that, great, move up. Mm-hmm. But if you're worried about he's studying for 30 minutes. So, and I learned this lesson from a friend of mine years ago. she would say she's an amazing bathroom cleaner. She's like, I'm an amazing bathroom cleaner. I can get a bathroom clean spotless in minutes. She said, but here's what I learned. Her mother would say, you need to spend 30 minutes on the bathroom. She goes, but I knew I could clean it in 5, and I could do it just as beautiful a job in 5 minutes as 30. So she would get it clean and come out, and her mom would go, that can't be clean. You need to be there for 30 minutes. So she said, so what I do is take a book, sit in the bathroom for 30 minutes, clean the last 5, come out. My mom's like, oh, okay, it's clean now. So she said, and so she learned that, the harder, she's like, working harder and faster didn't pay off for me. I'm the opposite. If you can prove to me that you can learn fast, get it done quick, bonus to you, move on, go have fun. And it teaches them to start working harder and faster and thinking how to manipulate the system a little bit, which I think is a great skill, in order to get things done better, faster. Work harder, work smarter, not harder.
Yeah.
You're teaching more concepts here than just math. You're teaching them, you know what, if you can pick up that concept in one day, if you can get 5 problems in a row without one being wrong, you're out of here. And then you can go play. Watch him sit there and figure that out. But if you say, no, you got to be here for 30 minutes, he's going to like, right? So those are just some things. I'm a big fan of let the kid figure it out and move on. And then tomorrow, make sure the problems are harder. If you got it. Let's make that next one a little tougher, a little more challenging to you. But I have found that children who are bored with their education will drag more than a child who's being challenged. So is he maybe getting bored?
I think not? He's not challenged, but he fights, and because
he's not challenged.
He says, "This is too hard. I can't do this." I say, try to read it. I have dyslexia. Yeah, that's why you need to try harder. And for me, like, I'm pretty sure I have dyslexia, but in the 70s, nobody cared. Nobody thought it was anything. I got glasses. You're fine. Move on. So I didn't have a chance to complain or whine or, oh, you have glasses. You're fine. Try harder. So I didn't have all of these.
I'm going to show you. I want to show you a dyslexic trick. I learned this from a music teacher of my daughter's violin teacher. My daughter was trying to learn violin, and she kept saying that the music notes were bouncing, and she couldn't see the music notes. So I just realized I'm going to the wrong spot. And so this is a little trick that our violin teacher taught us. Okay, I'm going to go in. Right now I'm going into typec.com. It's inside the Homeschool Pro program for those of you who have it. For those of you who don't, you can get it by yourself if you want. I think it's like $15 a month or something, or it's part of the program. But let me show you. Let me log in real quick. And then I'm going to share this screen, and I'm going to show you a trick to dyslexia. Specifically, this is one of the places that I love for my 11-year-old because he'll come in here and type. So Typec. Let me see. Manage. Nope. Sorry, let me see if it's going to let me in. Okay, let me share my screen here. Everybody's watching. Pay attention to this. This is something very cool about typec.com that has really helped us with some of this. The dyslexia, the child who's not interested. Did I share the right? Nope, that is not what I wanted to share. Can you see? Sorry, wrong share. Hold on. This isn't as easy as you think. All right, that one, yeah. Okay, so by the way, if you're inside Typec, just a quick reminder, there's Common Core. I love that they mark it. If you don't like Common Core, which I am mega anti Common Core, but that's up to you, go to TEX. TEX was created for the state of Texas, who didn't want Common Core. So they let us have this as part of our program. So he's what, 5th, 6th grade, right? Yeah. So I'm going to click on this one. I don't even know what those are. Oh, I just assigned to the class. No, let me in it. Info preview. Okay. Let me see if it's gonna. I'm in the admin. I'm gonna have to log in for my child. God, dang it. Sorry, guys. I thought it would let me just go on in and I gotta actually log in as my kid. So don't. Yeah, there we go. Nope. Dang it. Heather, help.
What would you like me to do?
I need a login for Type C.
Yeah, and help.
Somebody give me their login. No. It's funny because I just set my daughter up yesterday again. It's like when I'm on screen, I can't seem to do it. My brain freezes up when I've got people watching me. It's hard to do.
Hold on. He's handing me his computer. Hold on.
All right, Anne's gonna give you her login. Hold on just a second.
Code it. Well, I don't know which one.
Well, I think I can just get my daughter login. I mean, invalid.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's on my other one. Hold on.
It's not letting me in now. Did we change the password lately, guys?
Hold on.
That shouldn't be doing that.
Yes.
Let me know.
I'm over here talking and I realize you can't hear a word I'm saying. I said, Anne, I'm like, Anne's helping you. She's getting logged in.
Okay, just give me a quick.
I was gonna say, hold on. I can give you one of my kids' logins if you need me to.
Yeah, you want to send it to her in Messenger, maybe?
Yep, because I'm gonna pull it in off of Messenger.
Okay. See, this is what my homeschool village is all about. We help each other.
This is like just a collection of ADHD moms. I'm loving
It
this.
Literally, yes.
Yeah.
Brains are going in 5,000 directions at one time.
Well, and I think boys are more susceptible to this, especially 11-year-old boys who are also starting to go through puberty. That makes them even more crazy. And they're like this till they're about 16. And they're going to stay crazy until they're about that age. And then they start to be crazy in different ways. But
well, yeah, teenagers are monsters. They're no longer human.
Hello?
And I'm not looking forward to it.
no, I love my teens. I do. I love them. I actually think when homeschooled teenagers are actually pretty dang awesome because they don't have the same pressures from the outside world. They don't have people bullying. They don't have the same body issues. They don't have so much of that outside pressure. So I think teenagers that go to school in the public world, yeah, they're hard. Teenagers who've been at home.
Yeah. We have 3 grown kids that were not homeschooled, and they did all that stuff. So I like this one. He's different. He has all of the things. The others each had one thing, and he has all of them. So I don't want him to go to public school because I don't want to go through that.
Can't say that I blame you.
I'm not seeing it.
I'm back in.
You are back in? Okay.
Yeah. I am going to, I have my children signed up here. Get login info. There we go.
And now I feel dumb for not joining this village like a year ago when I should have.
Don't beat yourself up.
I was going to say, mine literally reads, you're 12 now, I have to think, my youngest, and he's been one that reading has always been a problem. So
it is.
He said, yes, it is. But what we do is, like, we use study.com, which is part of the pro program. And when we have to like write notes down, I've gotten to the point where I will write the notes for him as he's watching the video. So he doesn't have to think about having to write it down. All he's thinking about is, hey, Mom, I need this written down. It's something important for me to remember. And then when he goes back to take his quiz, sometimes I will read it, making sure he has understanding of what the questions are, and he will rock through it. So we may take 15, 20 minutes of me sitting down and just being his reader. And that way, and he's now he's pretty much on his level doing work, but we're basically trumping some of our problems. And so that's kind of how we've gotten, not having to down his programs, because that's where he could read himself. We're putting him where he needs to be, and we're just eliminating some of the issues that he may have. And his confidence level, I mean, he's in here rocking the stuff out. Like, we did, I think, 3 or 4 sciences all at one time.
Oh, really?
Within, like, I want to say, what we did, 15, 20 minutes, we got 3 assignments done. 4. He said, you have 1 hour until Miss Becky comes on. And I think we did 4 lessons of science before Miss Becky came on.
Oh, cute. We did one. That's kind of where we're at right now. Is he listens, I'll take the notes, and then when we go to take the quiz, I'll like go through the notes with him, but also trying to teach him like how to take the test.
Right.
These are the things that you're looking for. These are the words that you need to be paying attention to. Hoping that he gets the concept. They eventually do come back around. So that's just where we are. Me being his scribe and tutor, I guess.
So here's you can see the screen now. Let me show you on here. This is what I did. My oldest child, he's 17. Writing for him is just like the worst thing in the world. He's a mechanical brain, right? He can do math in his head, but to sit down and write is pure torture. So I finally was like, usually I'm a big fan of teaching like cursive and making sure they're handwrite. This was the kid that would not. So I got him on here on Typesy and said, look, if you're not going to handwrite, at least learn to type. That way you can start learning to write as fast as you think. So he was like, wait, what? So I put him on here, and they will put you through like a test to let the child find out how fast they can type. Thank you, Anne, by the way. Don't disappear. Thank you for that. So you can go into here, and let me show you something. This is what's so awesome about this program. So in here, in each grade level, they also have you go in, or they go in, and they pick a topic. So we've got people, places, and things, the world we live in. You can have them click on the United States government, executive branch. So they're going to learn while they type. So I'm going to click on United States government. And if you see it right here in the corner, 4 typing drills, 1 quiz. They have him start this. He goes in when my computer loads. And it's literally going to give him information about the United States government. He's going to learn government. You can do this in 4th grade, 3rd grade. That's why you pick the grade, not the level of typing. Okay. Pick the grade their brains work at. What? I have internet connection. Okay. It tells you right here what's going on. You come down here and click the green button. Now he can come in here. And now if he's good, he can just start typing. But here's where the dyslexic help comes in. Okay. Do you see this little book up here?
Yeah.
Where my mouse is? You click this. This is where you change the settings for a dyslexic. Okay. A dyslexic child struggles with white backgrounds. The black letters on a white background tend to move. Yeah, different children tend to see better with a different color background. So down here, you can pick your background color. See, they can pick their font, whichever they think is easier to read. They can increase the spacing or decrease. They can make the text size bigger so they can see it better if they're having some seeing issues. Oh, look, there's even more colors here. Look at all the color choices. You can come up here. That's that part. You come up here and say you want to work on nouns this week and you want them to understand what a noun is. You come in here and turn all these on or off. Adverbs, adjectives, show the labels, don't show the labels, so that they're recognizing as they type. And then in here, you can even go, I need 1 line at a time. More is overwhelming. So you can have them do the 1 line at a time. They can do 3 lines at a time, or they can see the whole thing again. Line focus. There we go. There's a picture dictionary. You can even do it in different languages. If you want your children to learn a new language, or you have a second language in your home, you want them to work on that as well. They can even do a different language. So this little spot right here, which is kind of misleading because you don't even notice there's that teeny tiny little box in the corner. Go in there and set this up for his dyslexia. Size, color, how he sees. Then you come in here and you say, you're not going to write, just type. And all he's got to do is follow it. And look how it does. I'm going to type this. Is it working for me?
Yeah. It has to.
And so let him learn to type it then. Some people, if you read the book called The Dyslexic Advantage, it talks about the brilliant people who own thousands of patents who never wrote one because they couldn't write. But they were so brilliant, they were creating mechanical things, they hired writers. So you have to remember that we don't have to teach our children to be excellent at everything. We find their skills and we hone in on their strengths. And then their weaknesses we work on, but we also teach them how to work with others. So as a businesswoman, I might hire somebody to do my writing for me because I'm better at this. Like in the business world, you hire a writer, you hire the mathematician, you hire the mechanic. Nobody does it all well. So hone in on his strengths, focus on those strengths, build his self-esteem with his strengths. And then on his weaknesses, you find a tool that'll help it work. So if he's not writing, let him learn to type while he's getting his history done, by the way, or science, depending on the topic.
Just blew my mind. That is just, I'm just like, that's blowing my mind right now. I even want to
good
put
way?
Yes, absolutely. Like my daughter just graduated college, and if I showed her that right now, she would probably be on it 24/7. She'd be like,
"Let me show you.
I'm going to learn more from that than years of college."
Well, and the beauty of Type-C, by the way, for moms, once you're in here, you have all grade levels in here, including mom level. So I can come in here. There is type for little ones. We recommend not having your children on here till their hands are big enough to type well. So I'm kind of like 5 to 8 maybe, but not too soon. It's up to you though. You're the mom. But here's what is really cool about this program in here. There is, see this Type-C professional career focused keyboarding. Moms, are you looking for a way to earn money from home? Get in here. There's basics for adults. There's all the Common Core stuff, blah, blah. Type-C teaches operating systems. If you need to educate yourself. So if you want your own code to get in here, you just have to email us. We send you a code per child when you sign up. If mom wants her own code, just let us know. We'll send you one. We don't pass them out freely because we do have to pay per license and not all moms want them. So if you want one, just let us know. Hey, can I get my own login for Type-C? Do that at support at my homeschool village. We'll get you your own. You come in here, do Type-C teaches Office. It's Word, it's Excel. So you can be learning for yourself in here. And what I find is when I'm learning, my kids love it too. So you put your son in here, get him typing, but you put your computer next to him and say, hey, I'm in my typing. What are you doing? Oh, look what I'm learning right now, and start learning alongside. Even if you want to go into 5th grade, you could even go in and be like, hey, you want to compete and see who can type faster? So there's a lot you can do here. There's education for college level here, mom level, high school level here, everything from pre-K. This is my all-time favorite program. We literally found this 2 years ago, and I'm like, where were you? I had my kids on free typing programs, and it ended up introducing them to a lot of porn because a lot of free educational stuff with ads, you're in trouble with your kids. So we found this, and I'm like, oh, it's beautiful. I almost cried when they gave me a tour. Do you think that could help? Now you can do Type-C by yourself, or you can upgrade the Homeschool Pro and get that plus the Generation Genius and all the rest. But
I'm gonna have to upgrade to Homeschool Pro because there's so much more that I'm like, wait, why am I not getting this stuff? I need this stuff because I know he wants to learn and he wants to advance, but the things we're finding are just, they have so much repetitive practice that it's just boring. But he can't go to the next level because he doesn't understand, or he can't. It's just hard. He can't get to the
Oh,
level.
no, we're losing her.
He
Come
wants
back, Peggy. Oh, there you are.
He can't get to the next
You're totally
level.
cut out, Peggy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What I'm hearing, I'm gonna summarize what I think I'm seeing here is you have a brilliant son who wants to learn but is bored and he doesn't have the right tools.
Yes.
That's, I think, what I'm hearing. And I think there are a lot of bad programs out there, you guys, a lot of bad programs. And that's why we put all these together, because we have nitpicked our favorites. And these are the ones we use for our kids, because my kids are having the same thing. I have more behavioral issues from my bored children than I do from my challenged children. So I find when we're having issues, it's because it's almost like they feel dumb because I've given them something so low and easy to do. It's almost like, Mom, don't you think I'm smarter than this? I think that's what they're subconsciously telling me or something. And these have a lot of the right tools. It's about just getting them the right tool. And I think my kids do really well on this. They love it. And we compete. And I've learned a lot of new stuff on here. My teenagers, from my youngest to my oldest kids, love this program.
Okay. Well, we're gonna upgrade. I feel bad because
give it a try.
I dealt with these issues, and I've changed my handwriting 4 times since middle school. I took 3 semesters of typing in school, and I ended up practicing and teaching myself as an adult because I needed to get a better job. I've had to do all these things because it's what I needed to do for me. And like trying to instill that in him is kind of a challenge. I'm like, I want you to do better, but he hasn't just been ready, and waiting for him to be ready is like, speed up the clock here. I need you to move.
Oh, Peggy, we're losing you.
Sorry,
we're losing you. And I found, and Sonia says maybe he might be bored of the programs. ... Before we used MHSV. We didn't get you finished, Sonia. Finish that saying right there. And you know what I've learned too is my kids. Oh, I got a message from my daughter. Sorry. I found that the other thing that I did kind of out of desperation one day was my kids didn't want me to be doing the laundry while they were doing homework. They wanted me to do homework while they were doing homework. And I was like, I don't need to do that anymore. And so they had the same attitude. So when I got myself a math book and was like, guys, it's math time. Everybody's doing math, even Mom. And I started re-educating myself in math. The fight stopped with my kids. They're like, oh, well, if Mom's doing math, then I have to do math. It's just the time the family does math. And I pulled out my book. We all did math. Okay, guys, it's typing time. Mom's pulling up her typing, and I'm going to get better while you get better. And it was interesting to see that my children stopped fighting the idea of education. And instead they were like, well, this is just what we do. Instead of Mom cleans while I have to learn. Mom goes and gets this done. And whenever it was like, get to work, I'm going to go over here, I lost them every time. And so I get that. It's hard, even when they're older. That's why I finally set up a room where we had, I'm literally, I wish I could show you on this camera right now. It's our front living room. You know, everybody has that little front living room that's pretty for the neighbors. Well, not ours. It's lined with computers, and everybody has their computer. And at work time, we're all working. And at playtime, we're all playing. And so it's important that it kind of ebbs and flows as a family now. And I've had less fights. It doesn't always work. Sometimes Mom just has to go get something else done, and you just got to suck it up, and that's how it works. But I hope this helps. Is this helpful at all?
So helpful. So helpful. It's awesome. Thank you so much. I'm sorry if I manipulated.
We get a report. I want to come back and report how he's doing, and then let's see if we can come up with some other tweaks if you need.
Okay. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure. And make sure get him in the Minecraft in the evenings. And my son is Benny, and son is Benny. So just go in and get to know one of the Bennies.
He gets in. We haven't been able to do the Zoom part.
Anne, you still here? Did we lose her? I don't see her here. Send a message. Do you know where the group is? There's boo. Ta-da! We can't hear you, Ann. Help, Heather. There she is.
Okay. They're not on Zoom when they're doing Minecraft. They're in Discord. If you go into the Village News, you'll see either my email or my Discord name. You basically friend me on Discord and I stick them in with the server. That way I know who the kids are that are actually going into our server. But they all communicate. You do have to be 13 to have an account. So what we usually say is if they're not 13 yet, mom, get the account because your name's the Minecraft account anyway. And then they can use your account. And if you have multiple children that want to do it, same thing. They can have one Discord account playing for everybody because it's basically everybody just listening and talking together. Okay, but yeah, I would say we've got at least 10 kids on every day between 4 and 6 playing together. They've all built their own homes. We're now working on building a classroom so that we can have like a little area to meet up at, like a little clubhouse. On Minecraft, they've got roller coasters in there. I mean, it's just so much that they're doing.
So it's just on Discord. He doesn't have to go on Zoom on Monday.
The Zoom is only for our lives. Like, we'll be on Zoom actually right after here to do our book club, where we actually don't even read the book. We listen to the book. So if he's having, that, we actually just listen to it. And then at the end of the book, we watch the movie, and then we'd all talk about the difference between the movie and the book. And then we do, like, last night was game night. We had so much fun doing trivia with all the kids and laughing and knowing, like, us parents competing against the kids to see if we knew who got the better percentage on the answers. We do, what's some other ones we do? I'm literally on pretty much 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the bigger kids every Monday through, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. 3:00 on Monday is our Minecraft, but we're on Discord. But yeah, we get together, they chit chat, they talk, we all know, we're learning each of their interests. And the last few weeks we've been talking about, okay, what do you want to learn? Miss Ann can come up with everything, but what do you guys want to learn? So I have a list of every little topic that they want to add into our thing to learn about. So yeah.
Okay.
I'm there to like teach them, but I also want to know stuff that they want to learn. So yeah, we have a ball. Okay. I have my normals. They come on, they tell me about their day, their weather, and we're all over the United States. So it's really funny, like days when it's like 50 degrees at my house and other ones are like 20 and they're like, it's not fair. So yeah, we're all learning, the different areas of the United States and stuff. So we have fun.
Okay.
So yeah, get him in there. That will help motivate him. That's been a big one. So I have to tell you, we have mostly 11-year-old boys in there because we're all struggling with our 11-year-old boys. So it is partly age. We are, hold on, mama, boys and 11. And so we're all using this Minecraft group to get these 11-year-old boys to get their homework done, to get into the group with each other. So that might help you with that. And they are bonding. Like they're starting to know each other by name and they're starting to send each other Discord messages. Hey, are you on? I'm coming in. Is your homework done? I'm getting there. So that's been really helpful.
Okay. All right. That's good.
And if you get stuck, write us inside the group and we'll help you out.
Okay. I will. Thank you so much.
You?
It's all overwhelming all the time.
I know.
But, it's been that way since, I don't know, 5 or 6 years.
You had a little boy. Yeah. Yes. Boys are not the same animals as girls, I tell you. They are a different person altogether to homeschool. Anybody else seen that? Channa, hi. I saw you popping in there. Good to see you. I can't believe it's been an hour already. Holy cow. Any other questions? Let me see. Kids were bored. Oh, okay. Lori got 100% on US states. What? But only 23% on Marvel characters. On when you guys were doing your game last night? They did a game last night. I wanted to join and I missed it. Peggy, he wants to be on the same level with his friends and church friends. I just want him to advance. No. And then Ann says study.com. So as part of the Homeschool Pro, we have study.com as well. And if you as a mom want to keep working on your own education, study.com is excellent. I'm loving what is in there. There are business classes, there's finance business classes, there's entrepreneur classes, there's languages. Anyway, very cool. Okay. Any other questions for us? We do have a giveaway today, guys. We are doing a digital giveaway. Ooh, Sonia, you can't get into your account? Well, that's not good. That's not okay. Okay. Amy, I can. Help Amy. I can't either. Guys, not okay. All right, hold on. We don't have Crystal on today. Do we have Anne? Okay. Sonia, I can't hear you. You sent an email last night, Amy. Sonia, I can't hear you. Hold on. Heather, can you get Sonia on? Hello. Don't cut her out. Oh, there she goes. Okay, say that again, Sonia.
I sent an email this morning because it's like around 8:00 because we were going to try to join the book club today, even though it's like the last part, but we've kind of been going along with it. And it's like, it didn't recognize my email address or my account. I'm like, well, that's weird. And then I went back just to make sure the payment went through and everything, you know. It was there for January, like clockwork. So I thought, well, maybe something got mixed up there, but I remember it going through. So I don't know.
Okay, let me.
So I sent that to Crystal. I don't know if Crystal is on it. Can you hear me?
I can.
Yeah.
Okay. I already sent that to Crystal. I mean, if you want to look at it, Becky, that's fine. But I did send that email to.
I mean,
Well,
we don't need it necessarily today, but just, you know.
Okay. Well, Crystal will be working tonight. We know that she is at her land property today, hoping to get her house built. But Sonia, let me. I'm just writing your name down. And who else was it? Amy. It says my account is not active. Oh goodness. Okay, Amy, what's your last name? So I make sure I have the right Amy. Clark. Okay. I'm going to go in right now as soon as we get off, and I'll go look at both of those and send you an email.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll go get those fixed.
Okay,
We might have had. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Let me go in. I'll find out what's going on. We have the weirdest tech issues here and there, and they're just like weird. Anyway, I'll get them. I'll get on it right now. Okay. Anybody else having tech issues getting in today? Amy, I will get you worked out. I am sorry. We have anyway, I'm not going to give you all the details. We just have some tech issues and we'll get them fixed. So, all right. Any other questions for anybody? We have a giveaway today. We are giving you, okay. I'm sure Heather or Crystal's working on it. She works on those for us, but she's not going to be available for a few more hours. So I'll see if I can get to it. So we've got a digital giveaway today. Heather created for us. Heather, you want to tell them what it is? Because it's February. Guess what's coming? Gardening season.
It's a garden planner, and it's inside the vault. So I'll put the link in the chat too.
Okay, the vault is inside. Do you guys know where the vault is? Amanda, we're still having issues with yours. I will get on that. I think I might know what the problem is on yours. Okay, here is the short URL. Okay, right there in the chat. For those of you, let me show you where the vault is. Our vault is, let me do a quick. Oh, am I still sharing? Okay, okay, inside my homeschool village. Okay, you see, there we are. Here's the main page. For those of you who need to upgrade, just scroll down and click right here, this Homeschool Pro. You can just upgrade right there if you need to do that. The file vault, go right here. This is a file vault. Inside this file vault is where she added the garden planner. So we have Friday freebies in here. We have giveaways in here. We have homeschool ebooks, homeschool posters you can print, homesteading, gardening, journals for your kids and you, learning games, lessons and short unit studies, printables and worksheets. We have 9 pages of different ones in here. So it will be in here. This is the vault. We're always adding to this. Whenever we do giveaways to people, we always put it in the vault so that those of you in the village have access to everything. You always have access to everything we give out. Amy account is fixed on the back end. Don't come out on the 3rd. Now I needed to see if I can pause it till March 3rd. Okay, we'll We'll email you, Amy. Okay. Okay. So that's where your file vault is. Showing 1 through 9. Oh, we don't have 9. I put it all in one. I'm like, 9 pages. Where did all that come from? But there are several in each one. So like in the homesteading, you see there's 10 files. In the homeschool posters, we have 18 files. So these are where we add your files when you want just stuff that we find useful. And it is gardening season. Now, I know none of us are doing it outside yet, but you can start your seeds inside now, right, Anne? In most places in America right now, you can be starting seeds inside. Talk about your science. I love this time of year. Find a sunny window and a good heat lamp. Get your seeds started. Half the time, I never get it past the seed starting stage because I'm lazy and I don't want to put them in the garden. Half the time, we just have fun during February. So
Surprise, Anne, you're on. Can you,
Okay.
real quick, can you tell them a little bit about the live you did Monday? She forgot to post.
Yes.
But the live is
I
in
went
there.
to go post my link and I hit post, not realizing because of the way it was set up with StreamYard, I had to post it twice.
So
I don't know why, but it didn't post.
Yeah,
the
so what
video
you
is
talked
out
about
there.
will help, right?
Yeah, what
So
we talked about is basically taking vegetables that you buy at the store, onions, celery, all of that, where you can take like the nubs and actually grow more vegetables from something you've just purchased. We kind of went over how to, if your onion starts growing, sprouting out, how to take that onion and break it down and actually put it in the ground and keep growing an onion. So you don't have to just throw it away. So I went over, I want to say about 10 or 15 different plants that you can regrow from just the nub that that basically everybody throws away. You can grow a new plant. From, I was going to say celery, lettuce, all of it. And then we started talking about different herbs that you can start now that are good for cooking. But then I also put in a little bit of tidbit of what they also do for our body too. So a little bit of like what cilantro and stuff are good for. So yeah, we have that whole video. It's about a 20-minute long video, and it kind of just talks about which vegetables you can regrow and which you can, starting off. And then this week we're going to be talking about planting your garden and how to basically start your seeds. And I do it very cheaply with egg cartons and gallon-sized Ziploc bags. So you don't have to have anything spectacular to start your seeds. You can literally do it with just basic stuff. We use the K cup, bottom of the K cups that everybody throws away. I use those to start seeds and egg cartons. So we do it very basic here, and that way you're not spending a lot of money. And I'll show you all the little tricks and things that I've done over the years. So
awesome. I'm so excited. I love this part. And then Sonia says, and the milk jugs. Don't forget the milk jugs. She's right on that one. That means I have to drink milk again. Okay. Oh, and one quick announcement. We are working on the app. So within another week, hopefully by next Wednesday with this live, we will have the app up and running and you can start getting it on your phone. That is one of my top priorities this week. I literally just have to go and turn them all on. I didn't know that. Yeah, I know. It's an app. It will say VT because we do host everything on a program called, what's it called? Lightspeed VT. And anyway, we'll give you all the details. We'll make a video for you so you can get in there. But the app should be within a week where you can get in on your phones. And wouldn't that be awesome for all of us? Okay. All right. Any other questions? So Sonia got in, Amy got in. Yes. Thank you for whoever just did that or whatever the issue was. And go get your garden planner. I've spent a lot of money on garden planners before. And then Heather was like, I have one of those. And I looked at her and I thought, where the heck have you been all my life? I've been wanting this garden planner. So make sure you go get it. Even if you don't have room in a yard to grow, guys, you can do it on porches and in windows. Little bits, but even the smallest plant teaches your children so much. We actually have had so many spiritual conversations over gardening. My children and I, like we were real quick, and then we're going to go. But we were talking about peas one day. We grew peas against the fence, and I'm out there with my kids, and we're looking at the peas, and we started talking about I like to talk to plants. I talk to plants like I do my kids. And I'm like, oh, hey, little guy, you need to get your little twirly up here. And I would be like, oh, no, that weed can't get you. We got to pull you out. And I started talking it to my kids who were next to me because they were little. And my son is like, Mom, I get it. The weeds are like Satan. And the peas are like us trying to reach up to heaven to grab on to climb up. And if we don't pull the weeds out of our lives, we're not going to be able to climb up. And I was like, ta-da! Lesson learned. I was in awe that he caught that whole, he taught me that day an entire spiritual analogy over the peas in the garden. And so ever since then, I'm like, we're growing something every year just so that they get that spiritual analogy of gardening. I think you have to get gardening with gospel. It just goes together. Anyway, and the mustard seed. Thank you, Sonia. You're right. The mustard seed analogy, one of my favorites. Anne says 10 feet by 14 feet spot can grow enough food for a family of 4 and put away some. And that's what Anne shares with us on Mondays. So make sure you're showing up on Monday. It's all included in the program, guys. If you're just in Virtual Village, you're still included in that group and you can get that stuff. So, okay. Thank you guys for being here today. Sorry for going over. Didn't mean to hold you. And remember, we're always available inside the group. Send messages. There's so many of us. If you have questions, go in there. There's so many women in there with such great wisdom and just brilliant women with so many things to share with us. And everybody's done it a little differently. And I love hearing 10 different ways to do one thing because I can go, my personality works with that one. So make sure that you don't just go to me or Heather for answers, but the whole group, because as a beehive brain, we are so much smarter together. So thank you for being here. And we will see you guys tonight. I will be on TikTok live at 7 p.m. Next week we're here. So we'll see you next Wednesday at noon Mountain Time. Thanks for being here, guys. We'll see you later.